Now GDP growth has been going up. Expectations, right? So this happened. Last year, around this time, the consensus was expecting almost no growth in the first half of 2023. Obviously, we basically grew like 2.5–3% almost in 2023, fairly consistently if you look at private demand over the year. And it looks like it's happening again. Now, I don't know whether that's a function of productivity. Mechanically it is, but right. The productivity that we're seeing, I think, it has. My experience is that if people are talking about something, then it's probably not yet in the data, right? That's kind of the solo paradox, right? It's so, we see all the productivity in the AI and ChatGPT, it's all around you, but it's not yet in the statistics because it takes time for people to kind of make the knowledge investment to use the new technologies out there as efficiently as they can. So there's a bit of a learning curve involved. And so that's why, in my opinion, the AI story would probably just be gravy. Maybe that has the potential to be like a game changer. And I think you can make a reasonable case that it may be. I think I heard one of your speakers before is making that exact case. Certainly, when I look at things like total factor productivity, right? Like that's kind of the economist catch-all for stuff that we can't explain, right? The innovation that's out there.
Sure.
That hasn't been, right? Like this is sort of the old Robert Gordon argument, right? Back in the whole secular stagnation thing where it was like, the new stuff that we're coming up with now is not the same thing as like building out an electrical grid and the steam engine or whatever. So maybe the argument is like, well, maybe we're due for something. It's impossible to predict like what the game-changing technology is going to be. But I would say that most of the productivity growth that we're seeing, in my view, is primarily a function of like a normalization of the economy and the fading of the bullwhip dynamics that we've had in the economy, right? It's very difficult to have productivity in the labor market if everyone's quitting their jobs every few months, switching to a new one. You have to kind of keep your seat warm in order to get good at the job you're doing, right? Like so the fact that quits are normalizing is probably going to be good news for productivity because it means that people are attached to their jobs longer.
Yeah.